Well, well, well. Hello there, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer. I forgot to move my mic up here in front. If I have it too close to the monitor, there's like a buzzing sound, so. Okay. Well, here is the stream that I was trying to do a week ago. Or at least it was almost a week ago. Maybe a week, half week, I don't know. Anyways, I was having trouble with my internet. I still had trouble with my internet. It's weird because it was working past couple of days and then it stopped working. As far as streaming is concerned, because I did some tests with it and it was working just fine. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I used, maybe, I don't know, for EverQuest, I'm not sure. So I had to use the other Wi-Fi device that we have in order to live stream. I don't know what's going on with my device. It's really frustrating because it worked without a hitch before and now it has a hitch, so I guess it is what it is. So GJet92, hello, how are you doing? Good to see you again. So we are in Romania. We're going to be flying from Brașov to Sibiu. I'm probably not saying that right. It's the same flight that I did when I recorded from my phone. Jeez. Or live streamed from my phone. I held the camera up to the screen. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this flight. But at least we're giving you a proper flight this time. Wonderful. How are you? That is a good question. I woke up early this morning with a pain on my left side. It was all the way back, all the way towards the back of my jaw, and it was the pain was shooting up towards my eye and shooting down. It's okay now, but I took a couple of painkillers this morning, and I just took one in the afternoon, and it seems to be fine now. But before, I'm like pressing my gums and my teeth, and wasn't feeling any pain, but there was something going on over here, and I don't know if there was an infection or what, but I got antibiotics, and if it doesn't clear things up, then I've got an appointment with the dentist to find out what's going on. So I was beginning to wonder if I was going to make it today because of all that, but they didn't have any openings today, so. All right, we all ready for a flight here? I'd say it's just walk right into the propeller. It's all good. Get ourselves ready for a nice quiet flight here. I wanted to do this with my P-44 Seminole, but didn't work. Did not work. It's like I'm trying to start it, and it did not want to start. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Okay. Enter. There we go. Enter. Enter. Trying to get the map up here. quite what I'm looking for. No GPS position, really? Oh, this isn't gonna be fun. How do I know where I'm going? Wow. Yeah, this totally isn't gonna be... Maybe we'll just fly wherever. I've never had this happen before. You know what it was? There was a recent update on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I had to install it the other day to get this flight ready, and it was working before. Now it's not working. Go figure. Jeez. Oh, yay! It came up finally. It's because I said something. That's why. Let's get the show on the road here. Pardon me as we just come around here. Am I going to do any FS4 adventure flights with ATC? Yes. I was going to do one last month until our air conditioner went out. And we got that fixed, and then I was kind of exhausted. And I needed to just kind of take a step back on things. And my wife and I just recently got back into EverQuest, and she's had this level 54 rogue, Dark Elf rogue, that she's had since the, like, over 15 years, and she hasn't been able to play it because there's been nowhere to play with. So I spent time leveling up 3 more Dark Elves, playing all 3 at the same time, so that way I can join up with her and she can start playing her rogue again, because everyone is like level 100 to 110 now. It's kind of crazy, and I was able to do that. And then we've been talking about some other things too, like doing some role playing and recording a little story. Let's see. I don't want to see. I want heading. I'm going to go this way. Maybe not that high. Oh, no, that might be fine. Where are we at? 2,000? Yeah, let's make it about 5,000. That should do good. Yeah, that was an interesting flight with the ATC and stuff. I've got so much material and stuff that I can use. What the? Like, holy crap. There we go. I have no idea what I hit. It might be because I had the autopilot on and it decided to start turning. But I had it on roll. So I thought it was going to keep it from rolling. I don't know. It's like once you turn the heading thing on, you can't turn it off. But I think that's why it did what it did. What I wanted it to do was to lift up off the ground and take me to a certain, and then I was going to turn. But I think it decided to turn just as I came up off the ground. Note to self, don't do that again. Whoops. Yeah, I don't want that down yet. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, we got 55 miles to go. We're just doing a nice simple flight. So hey, G-Jet, do you like sports? And if you like sports, what kind of sports do you like? Do you like football? Otherwise known as soccer? Or do you like American football? You like football. The American kind or the real kind? Ah, the Miami Dolphins. All right, so I have a surprise for you. We are going to start doing killer sports on the channel. We've already got our first game recorded. This is with the NFL. And this is using Madden 07 from the PlayStation 2. And we're going to be doing a whole season. We won't be airing all of the games, but there'll be one game a week. It's going to be, different teams, but everything else is going to be simulated, and we're going to have our own Super Bowl. We are going to have our own Super Bowl right here on the channel. Aviation on the fly. Hey, killer. I like that, aviation on the fly. So yeah, it's something new that I wanted to try. I'm always, looking to do, some new stuff. See if people like it or not. Like trying different things. And so, since we're going to have our own NFL season on Killer TV, simulated, obviously, that means that it could be any team, that winds up doing well and going to the Super Bowl. You never know. It could be the Miami Dolphins that make it. And I was thinking, since the Super Bowl is going to be a big deal. Now keep in mind, for those who are joining, this is not the real Super Bowl. This is the Super Killer Bowl, okay? I thought that might be kind of fun to watch together. Live stream, in other words. So I am playing the game, but on the Super Bowl part, I'm going to set it up to where the computer plays the computer. Because if I play it, they're going to lose. If I play it, they're going to lose. I want to give whoever the two teams are, they're going to be in the Super Bowl, I want to give them a chance. All right, if I play, they're going to lose. Until I get really good or something. But so it'll already be no, not necessarily it'll be already recorded. No, I think I'm trying to think here. No, I think I will pre-record that. I just won't watch it. But then I will do a stream and play it. And then we'll watch it together. I think that would be kind of neat. Aviation says, I've enjoyed the videos of you flying the old Sims. Like 5.1. Yeah. I got some fond memories of Flight Simulator 5. It was my first simulator on the PC. Not the first simulator in general, the first simulator on PC that I played. I was on a Commodore Amiga at the time, and Flight Simulator 5 came out, and, you know, it's got the texture ground, and I'm like, oh, I want to play that. I want to play that. And I broke down and I bought a PC. I bought a Pentium 90 Packard Bell PC. And I was playing that. I discovered the MAME emulator at the time. You know, I was living life. I was enjoying life. Yeah, we could do our own teams. I mean, that is one thing. I'm kind of taking this one step at a time. But I do want to use different types of games to include classic retro sports games too. I mean, you know me, you know the channel. We do some new stuff and we do some retro stuff. So some of those old sports games don't have the license for the NFL. So you actually are going to have different teams. So I think that would be a great opportunity, because we're going to have to come up with a name. So I think that would be a fun thing to do. And the older games, I don't know if you can do a franchise, a whole season, but I'm going to take it one step at a time and try it out. And after the NFL season is done, we'll try basketball, we'll try baseball, hockey, and also soccer or real football. Those are the ideas that I've got. I don't know how much of it I'm going to do, but I want to give it a try, and I want to see if people like it. I thought, and I've been kind of discussing this over with my wife, and I talked to my mom about it also, and she says that with the way the world is today, that people might like to get away from everything, and they might enjoy a simulated sports game, you know, without all the garbage, you know, that goes on these days. You know, they like sports, and that's what they want. You know, it's kind of like movies. When there's a movie, you want to go see the movie. You don't want to be preached to or anything like that. So I thought she had a good point, and I figured, yeah, well, let me give that a try. Let me see what the viewers think of that. And if it's a hit, well, definitely we'll keep going. And I was looking to see if anyone else had really been doing that. There was one channel that I saw, all they had was like Madden games. They had I think all of them on there. But I don't know if he was playing a full simulated season or not. And then there's other channels that would have like a game here and a game there, stuff like that. How do I run these old flight sims with the add-ons on a Windows 10 setup? I don't. I use either VMware or I use PC emulator or DOSBox or a real machine. I have a real retro PC desktop sitting next to me, which I use for Flight Simulator 2000. It's a Windows 98 machine, and so it has full compatibility almost with everything that I throw at it. It's Windows 98. It has issues sometimes. In other cases, I can use VMware, or I can use PC emulator, or I can use DOSBox. So with DOSBox, I typically run Flight Simulator 3 using DOSBox. For the Commodore 64 Flight Simulator, I use Vice. For the Commodore Amiga Flight Simulator, I'll use UAE. I think that's Universal Amiga Emulator. I think that's what that stands for. PC emulator, I'll use that for Flight Simulator 5. And I've also used it with Flight Simulator 98. I've used VMware for Flight Simulator 98. And also on PC emulator, I'll run Flight Simulator 4, but I'll use a DOS 6.22 / Windows 3.1 setup. So that's how I do it. How about the Killer Olympics? I'm glad you asked that question. Do you remember the games on the Commodore 64 from Epix? There was Summer Games, Winter Games, Summer Games 2. Do you remember those? I do have plans to do them on the channel. Yes, I do have plans. It is on my list. I actually wanted to have the Summer Games done already, because we just recently had the Summer Games. Oh, I grew up with Summer Games and Winter Games. Winter Games was my first one, and then I had Summer Games. Oh, I played that a lot. I loved those two. You are welcome, Aviation. Nebby. Cool. Hey, nice to see ya. And a killer air show. That is an interesting idea. I've never thought of that. You know what would be the perfect thing to do with the air show idea is Flight Simulator 10. Because do you remember the expansion that came out with Flight Simulator 10 called Acceleration? That was all about air shows and stuff. And I never really did anything with it. I just wanted to fly. I just wanted to travel. I wanted to fly. I didn't really care too much about the air show. But I like the idea. I like the idea of that. I've got some fun ideas that I've been toying with for the channel. My wife and I have been talking about doing a series together, a React series. So there's a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about. Always looking to try something different. Some things work with the audience and some things don't. You know, but I'm never gonna know unless I kind of, you know, and try and just see what people like. And I'm guessing the big question that everyone has on their minds right now, am I going to get Flight Sim 2024? Yes, but not right away. I want to take a wait and see approach with 2024. Because for my computer, I'm gonna have to get a separate hard drive for it, because I don't have room on the internal drive that I have. And I'm not going to remove Flight Sim 2020. We got 19 miles to go. So, Killer Sports, yes, that's going to be a thing. If all works well, the first game will be today. I was trying to get it up yesterday, but the wonderful YouTube copy protection scanner or whatever kept coming up with stuff because of the music that's in the background, and I need to look at the options and see if I can turn that off. But it was blocking the video in like a lot of countries, and I want to make the videos accessible to people all around the world. So I went in there, I re-edited it, and I either blanked things out or I used AI to remove everything but the talking, so that way the commentary is not affected. And then I re-uploaded it, and YouTube came back with something still that it didn't do before. And it's like one little 10-12 second little thing, and it's like, now we're partially blocking this video, so no, you know, so all these countries can't see it. It's not like the whole song is playing. So yeah, I got to work on that, and then I got to re-upload it. First I got to re-render it, re-upload it. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag it, and then it'll be ready. So just a hint, it is going to be the Redskins versus the Bengals in Cincinnati. That is the game that'll be the first game. What kind of sports games are you thinking of in Killer Sports? The NFL, pretty much all the major ones. American football, basketball, real football or soccer, hockey, baseball. So I am planning on each of those. And I'm going to use existing versions that I already have. I'm not gonna spend $70 and get like Madden 2025 or something. Although I'm sure it looks really good. I did some research and looked up to see what was the most popular PlayStation 2 Madden game, and people were saying that 07 was one of the good ones. So I went with that one, and it looks really good. Manuel, do you use VATSIM? I have in the past. I do have an account for VATSIM. And I do have some videos on the channel with VATSIM. So there is a playlist for that. It's called VATSIM Ventures. So dig around because there's a lot of playlists, but look for VATSIM Ventures and you will see some of the VATSIM stuff I got. Oh yeah, also several years ago there was I forget exactly what it was called, but it was a crazy amount of flights and legs that toured around Russia. I got that whole event recorded. It was the first time that I bought a PMDG. I bought a PMDG 737 specifically for that event. So that's on the channel too. So if you want to see some VATSIM, it's here. It's on the channel. I haven't done anything lately. I'd like to. It's just scheduling and stuff. You are most welcome. Yeah, I would love to do more VATSIM. I see the airport. I would love to do more VATSIM. But, you know, there's just a lot of stuff that I want to do. All right. That's the airport right ahead of us. Let's get our landing lights. They're already on. They are already on. Boy, this plane really wants to go to the left, doesn't it? Now, with everything that I've got planned, I want to do at least one flight simulator video a week. I was trying to cram in like every single flight simulator I could throughout a month, and I wasn't able to really get videos and stuff done because of it. But if I'm doing just one flight sim, it's going to be a lot more manageable. And I would rather have at least one a week than none a week. Sick bags at the ready. No, don't be sorry. You actually would be correct if I was flying an airliner. I'm a lot better with general aviation. I know people like to see the airliners though, so I try to do those too. Hey, look, Ma, there's my house. Oh, well, there goes my house. As it pulls to the left there. All right. Oh yeah, something else. I am thinking about going back to Twitch. We'll still be doing live streams here. But I know there are some people that watch on Twitch, or they watch on Facebook, or they watch on Twitter, or TikTok. I'm looking to try to bring more people into our community. So I might be branching out a little bit and doing some flights around there. And not to worry, those flights will be rebroadcasted here. So you're not going to miss out on anything. But I'm hoping I can bring some more people into our happy family here. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that they don't even know. They're not even aware of our special corner of the universe. Oh. Turn the landing lights off. Stay on the runway. Stay on the taxiway. Plane gets away from me. Okay, here. Aviation and G Jet 92. Thank you. I was really trying on that landing to try to make sure that I try to do that properly, you know, cut the throttle off and just keep flying until, you know, it just stalls and stops flying and touches down. Now, the next time that we do Flight Simulator 2020, we'll be doing an airliner. I think the idea that I wanted to do for last month was an Airbus, I think. So, like, every month I like to switch them off. So where there's general aviation, there's an airliner, general aviation, airliner. Did they like mow this part over here? I don't know. Huh, okay. Well, that's not working. All the pretty music and everything. There we go. Do these doors open? No. Of course not. They're Microsoft. Why would they open? Why would they open? Who knows? Aviation, do you fly in real life? I wish. I wish. I've always had the dream of being a pilot, but financially it's not something that I can really afford to do. But I will say that with Microsoft Flight Simulator and VR, it is the closest I've ever been to flying for real. And you know what? It's perfectly safe. If I have a bad day, I can walk away from the plane, no problem. But the using VR with Flight Sim is an amazing experience. So I'm happy that I'm able to still be around to experience that. Now, if they can just get a space simulator, we'll be golden. All right. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining me on this flight. I've got some work I've got to do so we can get some more of that entertainment up. And as far as another live stream, I might be doing another one this week. I don't know just yet. But let's take it one step at a time. And I'll make a post and let you know. I want to get the flight ready first before I plan it out. I think that was the problem I was having before, as I was planning out all these flights and I was having trouble trying to keep up because I needed to get everything ready and prepared for it. And so I was spending several hours trying to get everything ready, and I think that was kind of burning me out a little bit. So I stepped back, and I'm kind of taking it one step at a time so I can start, getting these flights back up and stuff. Once they're ready to go, once the flights are ready to go, then, like, boom, I log in and we do the flight, and, everything's good. But the problem is scheduling it out, and then trying to catch up, trying to get it all prepared and stuff. Because for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I put in this extra effort with the older simulators, trying to get add-ons and, really trying to enhance the flight and stuff. And I feel like I'm doing you folks a disservice by just loading up a vanilla version of the sim and just flying it. I mean, because, like, anybody can do that. But not everyone out there has got all these, add-ons and expansions. And I think it's important to me that I give you quality rather than quantity. So that's why I want to take a little bit of a step back and get some flights ready. And then once they're ready, then I can go ahead and we can start scheduling them and stuff. So that is the plan, Stan. Alrighty, we will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Have a killer awesome day.